folks, it's Nancy, and it's Sunday night, and I've spent the day working on this journal. So I actually followed a tutorial from last September of Gail Agostinelli's. I have a crying cat outside again. I don't know why he's so sad all the time. I got the cover done, I got the signatures sewn in, and I was just starting to do the embellishing, and I thought, turn on the camera. So Gail showed us in her video from September how to use a cutter quilt to make a cover, and this is from an old quilt that's pretty raggedy, and this is the pattern's called Colonial Ladies. This was really popular in the Depression era 1930s. You sometimes see it. Anyway, it is pretty raggedy, but that's okay. I was happy to use it anyway. We'll just go through this together. So I used a 9x12 envelope as the base so that it's nice and flexible, and as this gets fatter and fatter, it'll just bend over. I used some quilting cotton that I had on hand. This is it's from a napkin, I believe, or a handkerchief, something like that. I just cut it out and glued it in. This came from a paper pack that I had. I think it was Echo Park pinstripes and petticoats, I think. So I just cut that journaling card out, I guess, journaling card, and inked it up and tucked it in here. So here's a scrapbook page. I've sewed on all the laces. This is a sticker that I just distressed a little so somebody could put a title or a name or something there. It's double-sided cardstock. So this piece is a order form from Ideals magazine, and I liked the pink color, so I just added a little bit of washi tape. And this is a tag that I made. It's actually a tuck spot now. Bring it up just a little closer. So I cut out an image of a lady there, layered up some elements. This is a tea card. It's a wild rose, and some tickets, just stuck them in there. Okay, this is a doily, of course. This is piano, what do you call that? Player piano paper, the scroll, or the roll. And I just used a glue stick and glued it to some, this is actually a transfer, an embroidery transfer, an old embroidery transfer. So I glued the paper to the side that transferred so that no ink would rub off. And it's a nice, it's going to hold that paper together. The song was Danny Boy. So I pulled out some things that I had, and I'm just going to see how well it works. I was thinking I could add a few more thingies. So maybe I will glue on this edge here, because that's a pretty plain page. I'm just going to check, make sure I'm in camera. Yeah, I'm looking good there. So I have 2 shoe boxes full of ephemera now that I can draw from. So I just kind of took a look through to see what I had and pulled out everything that was kind of shabby chic or pink, since this is a very pink journal, and had roses because the interior had the roses in that that lace and the, what do you call it, the fabric. Just want to make sure this is even on this side. So sometimes when I've got things that I'm not sure are gonna hold, I'm just gonna put a couple of these little bulldog clips on just to keep this in place while I carry on. So that'll be fine. This is a page from a stamp album. This is a book page. This is an old letter. This could use as something. I can use anything I want, but I am going to use so this is a little envelope I made in a video week before last, I guess. I'm gonna grab a paper clip. This is from a, you know, a book about flowers. And this is some manuscript paper for writing music. What could I add to this? I had something that I could use for a pocket for sure. I'm just not sure where I put it. Oh, here. A little too big. I'll have to use a different page. Unless it's going to fit here. Not quite. It's just a smidge too long. What else have I got? Oh, I could use this as a tuck spot here. It's got pink and green in it and some flowers. Let's do that. I've got some tags here I can stick in there too. I want sort of a plain tag. These are vintage playing cards. I'll do a tutorial about how I did this. I'll just stick her in there, and maybe I'll stick another. This is another journaling card from the paper pack. Okay, this is from an electronics, Adele's New Electric Library. I just put some washi tape there. This is from a book. This is a tabbed index card. I'd like to put something in there, but I'm not sure what. Well, this has a little bit of eyelet lace on it too, so I think I'll tuck that in there, use that for a tuck spot. She's holding a rose, and there's some pink paper there. This is just some writing paper and a page from an address book. This is a vintage birthday card, and this is some vintage birthday wrapping paper. It's got kind of a neat texture. I'm going to add this in here to tuck stuff into. Like that. What can I tuck in there? I've got this. It's a little too fancy to stick in there. How about I stick in? Oh. Well, this is a tag that I made. This was the challenge from Tracy Fox. So that kind of matches. Maybe it matches too much. Dictionary page, copy dyed paper. This is writing paper. This is an envelope that held hot iron transfers with Colonial Girls on it. So I want to just stick a big tag in there. What have I got? I might have to make something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make something to go in there. Yeah, everything's wrong. Everything's the wrong size. Wrong color. Oh, I still got the seam binding. That's too big. I wonder why I made it so big. And wouldn't mind putting something on the back of this. That looks a little busy, doesn't it? Here I was thinking of being so smart by having all of this ephemera ready to go, and it is so hard to use. I think I'm going to glue that there. It's got a little bit of hangy over stuff. And I can tuck in too big. Here's a cute little card. Just tuck that in there. Did I try this one already? I don't think I did. I'm gonna put that tag in there. And there's an envelope that I need to make something for. Got this little matchbook booklet that I made. It's just made out of dictionary page, and I sewed in some notebook paper, added a few collagey bits. That would be a good place for that, I think. And I'm going to glue it on 3 sides so it can be used as a pocket. Yep, looks like I gotta make some more stuff. Stick that card in there. No, here it is. Stick that card in there. And again, we've got book page, or sorry, coffee dyed paper, dictionary page, ledger page. Yeah, that's a little over. That's a little overkill. This is a little booklet. That was a Gail tutorial too, but I think it was Sarah from Mushroom Market. Oh, it's got stuff on both sides. This is the back of that birthday card. It's got a little acetate window there. This needs something. Okay, now start back here. I kind of wanted to use this green one near something that was green. We'll do that. That's the back of that piano thing. This is the other part of the Ideal subscription. I'm going to stick that right there. A little pocket. I don't have to use all of this, but I've got it, so I should use some of it. This has got pink and yellow in it. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I'm still recovering from vacation. Finally unpacked, still got laundry to do. But I miss crafting. So that's what I want to do. I have a little yellow card here that I can stick in. That's nice. Another collage. That looks a little too busy to me. Put it at the top. What do you think? Go for it. Go for it. Can't think things out too hard. My daughter-in-law's home. She had a quick flight this afternoon. It landed early, and I told her that gave her an extra 15 minutes to hide all the evidence of our shopping extravaganza. What do you think? Right there? I can't hear you. Maybe I'll do it like this and leave this side open to use for a pocket. This was a tutorial by Tina on Shabby Dabby Doodah. These are all hand cut pictures from books that I stuck into a coffee dyed envelope and tied a little bit of seam binding around. So there I have another tag. I want to use this tag badly. but it's not the kind that's going to be shoved in without a whole lot of, oh, this one's cute. That's cute, cute, cute. That works because it sort of looks like the flowers are kind of continuing onto that card. This. I have a couple options here. I can stick that card in, or kind of like the big one. Could also use this one. Yeah, let's do that. And this is flip. So this was the inside of that vintage birthday card, and I just glued it to this coffee dyed craft envelope. And what can I do now? I could stick this in it, couldn't I? Yes, I can. Envelope or a little altered paper clip I could add somewhere. Let's start taking these out too. Let's see if I can find a place for that. So I really like this book. That looks nice. It has everything I like. It has lace, it has fabric, it has genuine ephemera, like old paper, and lots of techniques that I like. So I like sewing and collaging. That's perfect right there, isn't it? Wouldn't mind having a few more things This is kind of fun. It has fabric. It's not fabric, it's paper. This is fabric. A little bit of lace. This is a tag from a tea bag. I really like her. I'm gonna put her there and leave the top open for pocket. I do have some plain tags that I could pop in there. I also have this whole box of tags. I also have some cardstock scraps that I could whip into tags. So maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll make a few more tags up, and then I think I can call this a done. I still want to use this so bad. I'll save it for something else. I don't like that. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed seeing this little tutorial. Well, not a tutorial, but a craft with me. And I'm going to work on this a little bit longer, see what I can come up with. But you can see how it managed to get really fat really fast. By the time I glued in collages and added some tags and pinned on some little things, it did get pretty fat pretty fast. This will be listed in my Etsy. I'm not going to keep this for myself. And additionally, I have several more of these Colonial Lady blocks. So I've cut the blocks. You want to see them? I cut the blocks so they're 15 wide and 17 long. So you're going to have to trim off the bottom. And save that. You can make something out of that, or tags, or whatever. And let's see. How are we? Oops. Move this up a bit. Alright, so I'll just flip through these. So some of them had some pretty significant holes in them, so I've patched them with fabric that I tore from the quilt in other areas, and I'm going to stitch around, hand stitch around those to match the hand stitching that's in the quilting. The quilt is all hand done. It's all hand stitched and hand embroidered, hand appliqued. So this one's purple and yellow, Here's another pink one. I don't think I had to patch this one at all. Here's green. She needed a patch. Here's a red one. I like this purple paisley. It's nice. Somebody worked on this very hard. And the batting is all cotton. So you know this is not a more recent quilt. It's old. I like this. Orange and purple together. I don't think I've ever seen these two colors together, but wow. I love it. Here's another paisley. And last but not least, oh, sorry. This one is calico and yellow. This one's blue. I had to give it a more significant patch here. I'm going to stitch that down as well. Anyway, so I will be listing each of these in my shop. And like I said, they're 17 long, they're 15 wide. If you're going to use a 9x12 envelope, I'll just grab one here. 9x12 is a good size because when you fold it in half, then 8.5x11 fits in there perfectly. So that's the area that you might use. Which leaves all of this to make some tags or make a belly band or come up with some kind of neat closure. I just didn't want to cut it down too small. Of course, you can always make it bigger. You don't have to use an envelope. You can use different kind of oh, I know what I have. Oh, whoops. I'm dropping stuff. So these are the self-adhesive press-on mounting boards that I got. So they could be mounted and used as a cover. Lots of ideas. If you're not interested in using them as a journal at all, they can be made into a really neat pillow. So if you're interested in those, I only have 11, so they'll be listed on my Etsy as well. So what do I have to do? I have to do a little tutorial about how I altered those playing cards, and I have to make a few tags, and I gotta get this listed. Alright, well, you take care, and we will talk again soon.